All right, y'all. So a couple of things before I get started for real, for real. So first things first, I was a little bit hesitant about doing videos because I don't have the editing skills. I don't have this. I don't have that. I don't have the right formats. I don't know about all that stuff. But anyway, God told me to do this little segment. It's gonna be called Two Fish and Five Loaves, and I just you have to get started. What they say, you can't get great if you don't start. You can't wait to get great to start, but you do have to start to become great. So that's where I'm at. So today, I am cooking food on my food basket. That's what the whole concept of Two Fish and Five Loaves is. I'm cooking food that comes from the food basket. So everything you see here came out of a food basket except the seasonings. And a lot of seasonings you should have in your cabinet. If you don't have in your cabinet already, some of the seasons I got were from Dollar Tree or really inexpensive from like Walmart or something like that. Right. So before we do anything, we wash our hands because we want to be extra sanitary, and especially since I'm dealing with chicken, which I have already cleaned. I have already cut off some of the fat of. So excuse me one second while I wash my hands, y'all. Oh, and y'all, while I'm doing this, man, shout out to my coworker, man. My coworker, she was like, "Oh my God, you're doing this video, and I want to be a part, contributing." So she donated like my little microphone, my camera, and the mixing board, some other equipment. So we gonna figure some things out. Right there, it is. Boom. All right, first we starting with chicken. I've already cut my chicken up. Let me turn so you can see. I've already cut my chicken up, and so we're gonna season it, right? So I actually, man, listen. So this is how important community is, y'all. So community is super important because I just only found the food banks for. I only knew about the different food banks with like canned goods and like occasional meat stuff like that. So I had a lady tell me, I helped her out with something, and she was like, "Baby, whatever you need, let me know. I got you." And I'm like, say what? She was like, "I got you." So I got this whole chicken from her, and then every time I need something, baby, she delivers. So she be like, "Girl, I got you on the canned goods. I got you on milk." So man, shout out to her. She didn't hook me up with everything. So I'm gonna cut this onion up, and I'm gonna have this ready. And listen, don't judge my cooking skills, okay? Like, just don't. Because really, the whole concept of this is really the whole two fish and five loaves. And what I mean by that is, I'm just showing y'all how to cook a meal. I'm showing y'all how to cook a meal on what you got in your pantry and what you can get from food banks. Because everybody's saying they hungry out in these streets. And I want to make sure that everybody can eat old school based on what was in their cabinet. Because you know how it is. Mom used to, you go in the kitchen, like, "I don't have nothing to eat, ain't nothing to eat." Baby mama come back. She done with the whole meal out of canned potatoes and like string beans. You done came out with some gourmet string beans and potatoes. And you like, how you do that? Where you get that from? Baby, she wasn't playing no games. She knew the assignment. She knew what to do. Husband just bought this. He ain't even opened it yet. So I'm about to open it. That's my lemon pepper. So I didn't talk through the seasoning I'm putting on here. I put some fresh garlic on there. This is garlic pepper. Garlic pepper. Kingsford, no sodium. We're trying to reduce the sodium. I got the Kingsford lemon pepper. And you know me, what I always say, got to have some lollies. We don't play. Did a little onion powder, hit it with some paprika. And I'm gonna finish it with some rosemary after I do my whole little situation. But I prefer smoked paprika. And I'm showing you this only because I prefer that, but I didn't use it because it's kind of pricey. And the whole point is we got to be on the budget. Now, I'm doing turmeric because I personally like turmeric. Turmeric. I personally like turmeric and curry on my chicken and stuff. And but for sure, these again are expensive seasons. And so I'm just doing it for my taste, but whatever you do, it's gonna taste just fine. So I preheated my oven. Gotta have a lot of curry. I preheated my oven to 400 degrees. To 400 degrees. And so at this juncture, we making it do what we do. So I'm putting little oils on here. I'm rubbing it down, down, down. We gotta go down, down. And I butterflied my chicken already. Because I was gonna put in the roaster, but I decided not to do that. Yeah, I just decided not to do that. Because my roaster was a little bit small, just a teensy bit. And then we gonna make sure you're getting all the credit so everything is seasoned, everything. All right, and then we gonna flizz it because I want all of this to get seasoned, not just the top side. And I got some seasoning over here that escaped. So this is what we're doing. But anyway, back to what I was saying, y'all, is that you have to. I cut my chicken breast like this to put my onions in, but you gotta like really reach out and dig into the community because when things get rough, man, community is important. Let me go this paper towel. When things get rough, man, community is gonna be super important. It really is because it's gonna get real. It's gonna get real in these streets. It's about to get real, and you just want to make sure that you're ready. So let me hit this with some more of my. What did I do? What did I do? Let me hit this with some more of my seasoning. So we're gonna hit it again with this Lawry's. Yada yada yada. I like seasoning. Seasoning. Now listen, don't confuse y'all salt with herbs and spices and seasonings. We're not doing all that. Because again, we want to reduce our sodium intake. And so real talk, I should have had some basil. Should have had some of my basil and oregano to hit it with. Because I had the chef, man. Ooh. Long time ago. I'm telling you, when I tell you I could not believe it was only like this amount of salt. He literally took it like that. And I'm like, what's that supposed to do? The way he woke those flavors up, baby. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. So, hey, but people. Oh, you know what? And let me say this before I forget. Because again, this is my first video. I know I'm all over the place, but I'm just trying to get this concept in, so y'all forgive me. I'm pretty sure to get better over time, right? Let me just say this. When you use turmeric, you have to make sure that you use black pepper with it because it makes it more effective, as they say, when you pair with black pepper. So let's hear. I like a little oil on my chicken. I just do. Like, some of y'all do, some of y'all don't. But again, this is all how you decide to do your stuff. The one guy that I follow, he's saying, let your ancestors guide you. Let your ancestors guide you. And that's 100% true, man. That's 100% true. I'm letting my ancestors guide me on this road here. All right. So I'm gonna take my onion. You're gonna be like, that's a lot of onion. And as you see, I wash my hands a lot because I ain't got time to play. Because I have had food poisoning before. And when I say that junk was not fun, it wasn't fun. Now, you don't have to chop these up real hardcore. Because all I'm going to do is take them and I'm going to stuff them in here for that little flavor. Stuff it in this pocket for that little flavor. I am going to take this one and dice it up some more though. And just kind of lay it over the onion. When I get to the top portion, but we're going to flip this again. Some people say breast side down. Like, I guess we want it more moist. I looked it up. Some people say breast side up. So again, hey, your preference. We cooking. We trying to make this thing do what it do, y'all. And then I'm just going to take these, put it all through the little booty areas and stuff like that. Yeah. All right. Let's do this thing. So I got my chicken. We're gonna toss that boy in the oven. We're gonna cover it up though. And I rinsed my onion because I was gonna, you know, use that one, but I had already touched the chicken with the other onion. So I had to rinse it. So I'm gonna just take this and cover some foil, pop this boy in the oven, and we're gonna move on to our vegetation, which is going to be canned collard greens. You heard it right, canned collard greens and black eyed peas. So, and I'll see you when we start on the collard greens and black eyed peas, y'all. All right, y'all, here it is. So I'm working on my skillet that has preheated because I'm gonna add in my veggies. Now here, my veggies that I have: celery, green pepper, onion, all the things that I got from the. No, I take that back. I did not get the celery from the food bank. But I got green peppers and I got onion from the food bank. So we're gonna turn this down a little bit. And so I'm doing this because these are gonna be my canned collard greens. I like canned collard greens. Yes, canned collard greens. And I'm just trying to get these a little golden-ish. Let it do its thing for a second. All right, that's that part. And while I'm doing that, on this side, let's turn this on. Let's turn it on. Turn it on. Yeah. Now this gonna be my black eyed peas right here, y'all. Oh shoot, y'all can't even see, can y'all? My bad. My bad. That's gonna be my black eyed pea pot. So we're gonna wait and see. I'm gonna turn this off and I'll get through what I'm doing. I'll take that back. All right. Now once these kind of reduce down a little bit, which they're not reduced down enough yet, to my satisfaction. I'm gonna move these over since I just realized in this camera you can only see one situation, and I'm gonna start these like I feel. While those working and doing their thug thing. All right. So right here, I'm about to add my black eyed peas. I'm getting tired, y'all. I just want y'all to know. But, so, this remind me that I strain my black eyed peas and I strain my collard greens because when it's canned, you want to rinse off as much sodium as possible. You want to try to rinse off that metal taste and all of that. So, of course, I've got to add garlic because I freaking love garlic. Garlic is amazing to me. And you do what you want to do with the garlic. You do how much you want to use with the garlic. It's on you. Gotta hit it with the onion powder. Some people just go ahead and chop up onions. I wasn't feeling that vibe today. Garlic pepper. This black man will never open his seasons when he buying one. Never. Why I got to open his stuff? Wow. All right, here you go. So that's my garlic pepper. Not a little too much. I did my onion powder. Cumin I'm gonna save for my greens, I think. Um, do a little bit of chicken seasoning. Just a little bit. Smoked paprika. Because I like to build my flavors. All right. and I'm gonna add in some vegetable broth. I'm gonna keep my sides veggie broth based. For anybody who's a vegetarian or vegan, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it right there. All right. So we're gonna give this a quick little stir up. Let them do their thing. No big deal. No big deal. Right. And now we gonna switch back because my vegetables are what I want them to be. So here we go. Nice. That's what I want. So I'm gonna add my greens. So again, I strain, I rinse. Can't taste off. I rinse out all that sodium. Make sure I drain them good. Now I know it's gonna be controversial. Sometimes do things a little healthier, but you can add in some type of oil, a little cooking spray. I'm gonna add in some olive oil because I still kind of want that little bit of a, you know, um, little charry type feel maybe, or whatever I'm trying to think maybe. That's what we're gonna do with that. And I'm gonna kind of break this down a little bit. And that's it. And I'm gonna break this up. And now we're gonna hit this with some seasonings. All right, now again, we're going with the garlic because I freaking love garlic. This time instead of chicken seasoning, I'm gonna use some Himalayan pink sea salt. Ooh. Now here's the thing I learned with sea salt. You don't need to pinch this stuff because it's so freaking salty, so salty. Now I have definitely made a mistake with over salt and stuff, trying to use it like with potato salt. I'm gonna add a dash of cumin, just a little bit, not a whole lot. No paprika. Now I'm gonna hit this with the liquid smoke because again, it's for vegan vegetarians, but I still want to give it a nice smoky flavor, as if I put a little bit of meat in there. And you don't need a lot of liquid smoke. A little bit of liquid smoke goes a long way. Now, what I will say is, I'm the type of person that I don't really do a whole lot of measuring. I kind of, what the older folks say, eyeball it, and then as I taste and taste, then I can see exactly where I'm at. So this one I'm at, right? So now that I got everything stirred in, I want to. So now I'm gonna rehydrate these because I sucked all the water out when I rinsed it. I'm gonna rehydrate them with some vegetable oil or vegetable broth. I'm sorry. I'm gonna give that some more of a stir. Now, my hot tick I'm about to taste is just to kind of see what seasonings I may need or flavors I may need. Um, don't think I'm gonna do cornbread today because trying to keep the carbs on the light end, and I'm not good with myself with cornbread. I love carbs, so I will eat cornbread. I will eat a whole pan. That's my transparency. All right. Okay, okay. And that's that. Let me get a different spoon for these black eyed peas. And you know it's gonna cook down. You know what, I may go ahead and put some onions in these. I may. And then that's it. That's all for now. And there you have it, y'all. My whole chicken, my greens, my canned black eyed peas. So who said that you can't eat healthy off of food from the food pantry. So the next segment I'm gonna do is apple juice because I have way too many apples, and I have celery, and I have kale. So we're gonna see what we can make it do what it do. Until next time, peace.